fully restored original DeLorean DMC-12, and you could win one. That's
what?
Hi.
What's up, YouTube? How y'all doing? Deadliest tug of war game. You lose, you die. I was gonna do an intro.
Today,
Fuck that.
I am going to explain the third and fourth episodes of the South Korean survival drama Squid Game, called The Man with the Umbrella and Stick to the Team. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. In the previous episode, all the main characters from the show got into vans to go back to the facility and gamble their lives for money. The police officer Jun-ho follows Gi-yoon's van, still looking for his brother. The van stops in a harbor where several other vans just like it are being loaded onto a ferry. Jun-ho latches onto the bottom of Gi-yoon's van and boards the ship as well. After some time, the staff in red suits start inspecting the players by scanning their ears, indicating the players have been inserted with some device. Jun-ho gets inside a van and knocks out the staff that tries to inspect him. He changes into the man's clothes and mask. After the others leave, he puts his and throws him into the sea.
Wait.
He puts his ID into the man's clothes and mask. After the others leave, he puts his ID into the man's pocket and throws him into the sea. One of the staff finds Jun-ho and asks what he is doing. The man is Jun-ho's superior, which makes him realize that the shapes on their masks indicate their positions. He gets out of the situation by saying that he is seasick. The ship stops at the island, and all the contestants are taken into a hall. While they are still unconscious...
So it's like Xbox, I mean literally it's square. Okay, so which one? Yo, I'm gonna be a fucking detective. Oh, I don't have a PlayStation. Okay, I'm pretty sure X is bottom. Square, so triangle's the highest, right?
Their clothes are changed, and their belongings are seized. Sae-byok, who is still conscious, manages to sneak in a pocket knife. The players wake up in the hall again. Gi-yoon reunites with the old man, Inam. Sang-woo and Ali join the two as well. They decide to form a team, so it will be easier to win from the next round. Similarly, the gangster Deok-soo is also forming his own team, and asks Sae-byok to join him. She despises the man and refuses to be on his team. Their conversation is interrupted by Min-yo, the woman who begged the staff to let her go when they were here previously. She tries to seduce Deok-soo to be on his team, but he insults her and leaves. Later, the staff is told to head back to their rooms because their work for the day is done. Jun-ho, who has managed not to be caught yet, goes to his assigned room and sees it has a surveillance camera. At night, Min-yo creates a fuss about wanting to pee and bangs on the door for the guards to let her out. They allow her to go, and Sae-byok takes the opportunity to go out as well. It turns out Min-yo has hidden a packet full of cigarettes inside her underwear that she then starts to smoke. Sae-byok gets inside Min-yo's stall and opens the vent on the ceiling with her knife. She goes in to inspect the facility and ends up above the kitchen's vent. In the kitchen, a large amount of sugar is being melted. Sae-byok quickly returns back before the guards can catch her. She tells Min-yo what she saw, but they dismiss it as unimportant information. The following day, the players are woken up and given bread and some milk as breakfast. Gi-yoon and the team enjoy it together while talking.
They trying to make him diabetic?
Gi-yoon, who talk about their old days with each other. Ali is kind to all of them, while Sang-woo seems to be void of emotions. As they talk, an announcement tells them it is time for the next game. On their way outside, Sang-woo asks Sae-byok what she saw yesterday. It turns out that he had heard her and Min-yo talking last night. Sae-byok tells him that the staff was melting sugar. When they reach outside, Sang-woo sees several shapes drawn on the wall and realizes they are playing an old Korean game where they have to break a sugar honeycomb snack into a specific shape. However, he doesn't tell his teammates and chooses the easiest shape for himself. Gi-yoon chooses the shape of an umbrella, which is the hardest one, but Sang-woo still doesn't warn him. They are given the honeycomb. There is no way he can crack the shape of an umbrella perfectly. Sang-woo and Sae-byok get a triangle. Ali gets a circle, while Inam, Deok-soo, and Min-yo get a star. The game starts, and Sang-woo and Sae-byok easily break their shapes. Ali gets done soon as well. Min-yo, on the other hand, hides under a slide and uses a lighter to melt the sugar easily. Gi-yoon and Inam struggle the most. Soon the staff starts killing people who break their shapes. Sang-woo, Sae-byok, and Ali get done in no time. Nobody notices Min-yo cheating, and she succeeds as well. After passing, she throws the lighter towards Deok-soo to help him, even though he insulted her earlier. She desperately wants to be in his team for the future. Gi-yoon realizes that if he licks the honeycomb, it will get thinner, making it easier to break into shapes. People around him follow his strategy, including Enam. At the last moment, he manages to get the shape of the umbrella out and passes the round. Enam does the same and succeeds as well. However, the ones who failed are killed, brutally. The overseer of the games watches everyone through a monitor. Junho is also in the field and is
He saw them cheating then, right?
horrified to see the real truth of the game. A superior with a square on him
Wait,
is
what?
also in the field, brutally.
That's the
overseer
cop.
of the games watches everyone through a monitor. Junho is also in the field and is horrified to see the real truth of the game. A superior with a square on his mask asks him to do his duties of picking up the bodies and meet him later. One of the players who failed refuses to die and holds a staff member hostage. He makes the man take his mask off and sees that the guy is just a kid. Filled with guilt, the player shoots himself and dies. The overseer approaches the staff who has just been exposed and shoots him dead, claiming that no one's face should be seen. Junho cleans the dead bodies and finds the dead staff's mask, who happens to be the superior who called him earlier. He exchanges his mask with the staff member's circle mask to disguise himself as a higher-ranking staff member. After the game, the players are brought back to their room. However, the staff take player number 111 with them. It is revealed that some of the staff are secretly harvesting the players' organs to sell them. Number 111 is a surgeon who is helping them. In return, they tell the man what each game is going to be, so he would pass them all, and they can continue their secret mission. Meanwhile, Deok-soo takes Min-yo to his team for helping
Fuck is going on?
him earlier. Out of the
Wait, what?
Meanwhile, Deok-soo takes Min-yo to his team for helping him earlier. Out of the 187 players who participated, 79 were killed. The following morning, they are given breakfast of an egg and a cold drink. Deok-soo complains about it not being enough. He and his team get into the line twice to get more food. And because of this, a few people who were at the end did not get any. A woman reveals that she saw the group take the food twice. This enrages a man who didn't get his food. He yells at Deok-soo to give him his share back and tries to snatch the cold drink from him. An angered Deok-soo hits him, and the two get into a fight. Deok-soo beats the man repeatedly, to the point that he lies limp on the ground. When everything goes silent, Sang-woo comes to check on the man, only to find he is dead. Gi-yoon asks the staff to do something and even looks at the surveillance camera to ask the overseer. However, the staff do not intervene whatsoever and announce that player number 271 is eliminated. Everyone realizes that killing each other is fair in this game. This gives Deok-soo's group an idea. They can just kill everyone and win the money for themselves. Some staff members arrive with a coffin and take the dead body away.
Wow.
Meanwhile, the doctor is still harvesting the organs. After he is done, the staff ask him to stick to the strongest team. They reveal that the management deliberately supplied less food for breakfast because they want the players to go wild and do anything they can for the money, even kill each other. At last, they tell him about the next game and make him leave. Back in the hall, everyone is scared for their lives. Gi-yoon and the team decide to stay awake all night to be safe. Seeing Sae-byok alone, Gi-yoon invites her to their group, but she doesn't trust them. When the doctor returns to the hall, he looks around for the strongest team. Taking the staff's advice, he approaches Deok-soo's team and asks them to take him in. Deok-soo makes fun of him at first, but accepts once he secretly tells him what game will be played the following day. The staff is put on high alert for this special game, referring to the fight that will occur when the lights go out. As soon as the lights are off, Deok-soo's team gets up and starts attacking people. Deok-soo makes the first kill, and the screams wake everyone up. The overseer watches everyone through the surveillance camera's night vision. He orders one staff member to flicker the lights in the room so the killings are seen more clearly. Soon, the bunk beds start falling and the place turns into a bloodbath.
Have you heard about the weird wealth-building experiment?
This is
these
only
five
the
brothers
second
did?
episode? What the
So these
fuck?
guys set out
Deok-soo attacks Sae-byok and is about to strangle her to death, but she is saved when another guy attacks him. Gi-yoon's group meets each other amidst the chaos, but the old man Enam is nowhere to be seen.
No.
Sae-byok joins Gi-yoon's team for her safety, but the group is attacked by Deok-soo's group again. As they fight, they hear Enam asking everyone to stop from the highest bed.
Oh,
The overseer sees this and turns the lights on. The staff walk into the place covered in blood and dead bodies. They scan the dead bodies, and an announcement is made saying that 27 of them have been eliminated. The dead bodies are taken out and burned in the furnace. After everything calms down, Gi-yoon and the group gather and introduce themselves to each other, as they have been calling each other by numbers until now. Enam seems to be shaken up by the incident and forgets his own name. Gi-yoon assures him he will be fine once he takes rest. Meanwhile, the doctor dresses Deok-soo's injuries. The group is happy to have killed so many people and decide to kill more until they are the only ones left so that they can take the prize money. Minyo sees that Deoksu is favoring the doctor more than her. To become closer to him, she seductively invites him to the washroom, where the two have intercourse inside a stall. The following morning, everyone is woken up and told that the third game will start momentarily. After a while, they are taken to an empty white room, where they are told to separate into a group of 10
oldest trick in the
people
book.
each. Gi-yoon's team already has 5 members, so they decide to find one person each. Deoksu, who already knows what the game is, asks his men to gather some more
Hey,
well-built
play to your
men.
strengths, I guess.
Minyo is at a loss for words when he tells her she cannot be on the team. She begs him to let her in, only to be shoved to the ground. Meanwhile, Sabyok approaches a girl
Damn,
who
but
is
it
sitting
didn't work.
alone in a corner.
Crazy.
She agrees to be in their team. The others bring 1 man each, except for Inam, so the group only has 9 members. Minyo, who has been kicked out of Deoksu's group, joins them at the last moment. They are then brought to a massive hall that has a tall bridge in the front. The third game turns out to be tug of war. The players are supposed to pull a rope to their side, and the ones who lose will fall from the tall bridge and die. Gi-yoon's team has 2 girls and an old man, so the chance of their winning is low. But Deoksu has already gathered the strongest men of the crowd. Their group goes against another group. The others watch in nervousness as the first match starts. Deoksu's team wins it almost instantly, and the other group hangs on to the rope to eventually fall to the ground below. At last, the staff take their bodies away. The next is Gi-yoon's team. They nervously get up, knowing that their chances are low. Moreover, their opponents are all men who seem to be particularly strong. However, Inam claims that he used to be the best at tug of war when he was a kid. He briefs them on some of the basic techniques of the game. First, the one on the front has to be a strong person who can communicate with the others by tilting his head to the sides, and the last one has to be the strongest. Secondly, 1 player should be at each side of the rope, so the pull is stronger.
Oh shit! I've never been this hype over fucking tug of war.
All their feet should be facing forward, and they should hold onto the rope with their armpits as well. The final and most important should be facing forward.
Whoa, yo, there's fucking strats in this bitch.
And the last one has to be the strongest.
Knowledge is power.
Secondly,
Keep
1
telling y'all
player should be
motherfuckers
at
that.
each side of the rope, so the
Right.
pull is stronger. Third, all their feet should be facing forward, and they should
Okay.
hold onto the rope with their armpits as well. The final and most important thing is that the team should hold their ground for the first 10 seconds after the game starts. That way, you can take the opponent by surprise
Oh.
when their rhythm starts to break.
Yeah.
Using these techniques, the group is almost about to win, but the opponents pull the rope harder at the last moment. They are almost pulled to the edge when Sang-woo comes up with a last-minute plan. He asks everyone to loosen their hold for some seconds, so the opponents will lose their balance.
Right.
The episode ends as they let go of the rope on the count of 3. Subscribe for
Oh,
more
what
videos
the
like
fuck?
this.
This episode ends there.
Notifications.
Dude, this motherfucker. Dude, no wonder this shit went viral. This is good shit. I got goosebumps. This is a fucking recap. Damn. Damn, that's bro. Homie was giving up stress for tug of war. What? That's hard.